Okay, you're up.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name's Gabby. Today I'll be doing my claim of fact speech, and my topic is gun control laws. You guys just heard a bunch about that, so you get to hear more, yay. Okay, so my major claim is that if gun control laws pass, we would be able to prevent many individuals from having their lives cut short. So my secondary claim, my first one is lack of background checks in the gun purchasing loophole when purchasing guns in the United States have led to easier purchase by criminals and other individuals that are not suitable to purchase these guns. So the Brady Law, which in full is called the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, it calls for a 5-day waiting period for the purchase of handguns, and after 1998, a background check was also enforced for any individual purchasing a firearm from a federally licensed dealer. So this law was actually meant to implement the protection of firearms being sold to people who were to use them for the wrong reasons, or to people who had previous criminal records, or to people who were, let's say, mentally unstable and whatnot. But several amounts of the time they're not being implemented when they're supposed to. So gun shows and the lack of uniform gun control laws provide easy access to guns that can be used for criminal purposes, according to a news report from the UC Davis Violence Prevention Research Program. So this specific California report showed footage in a video of illegal straw purchases at a gun show, whereby a surrogate buys from a licensed retailer on behalf of another person. So it's like black market sale of guns. Also, this video showed anonymous private gun sales through more black market sales. The video showed widespread availability of assault weapons, 50 caliber rifles, and parts needed to make untraceable guns. And it also showed links between gun shows and the Neo-Confederacy movement and neo-Nazism. So my second point is that gun laws that are currently in the works of being passed will further control the purchase of selling guns and firearms. So according to the HuffingtonPost.com, current gun control laws that the president have presented will pass universal background checks for gun purchases, so they'll actually enforce them. Federal government will assist schools in developing emergency management plans, especially with all of the school shootings that have been going on in recent years due to gun purchasing by people who are not suitable to purchase these guns, and also a high-capacity magazine stand and an assault weapons ban. So these preventions won't fix all the problems in the United States pertaining to gun and gun laws, nor would it completely stop every single massacre or shooting or something that would happen, like crimes, from happening, but it would definitely put a stop to inadequate individuals from purchasing these particular guns and handling them illegally. So my third point is that lack of gun control laws in correlation to shootings is astonishingly similar. So April 20th, 1999, a school massacre in Colorado killing 13 people, also known as Columbine, happened. And then April 16th, 2007, 32 were dead after Virginia Tech senior created the deadliest shooting incident by a single gunman in U.S. history, according to NBCnews.com. On June 20th, 2012, many excited fans attended perhaps the most awaited event movie of the year in Aurora, California, and the individual's night turned into a night of terror, realizing that 12 people's lives were cut short by a gunman that entered the movie theater and fired off a gun in the movie theater. December 12th, a combination of 20 children and 6 adults lost their lives due to a shooting created by a 20-year-old in Sandy Hook Elementary. So according to thinkprogress.org, there have been 31 shootings since Columbine, and this is due to the little action and progress and enforcement of the gun control laws that are currently being implemented within the federal government. So overall, gun control is an issue to all, and I'm sure Cal Poly students can relate to that, because just like the shootings that happen at other schools, it can also happen here, and actually anywhere that we go. In fact, according to csupomona.edu, on December 16, 2012, Cal Poly Pomona student was arrested in Los Angeles for posting what appeared to be violent threats to an elementary school on social media regarding gun control. It is true what they say that guns don't kill people, people kill people, but if we give those people the opportunity to kill others, they may just take the chance. Thank you. No, that's
All right, I'll keep them really short. You identify the proposition. Your preview isn't really a preview. It's basically a redefinition of the proposition that's longer and more complicated than the original proposition was, and so you need to lay out the structure more. Background on the Brady Law was fine. Your secondary points, though, in the body of the speech, you do signpost them, not numerically, but we know what the claims are. On the first point, you make a reference to a study that involved some kind of video that talked about what was going on at gun shows. It's very general in nature, and it sounds like you're making a large amount of anecdotal conclusions there. I think you need some more information beyond that. On the second point, you cite a law that's been proposed for background checks, but what would be helpful would be to have any information about how such laws have prevented purchases before, or that they would be able to effectively prevent the kinds of purchases that you're talking about. On the third point, you've got the examples of all of the mass shootings. What would be helpful here would be the evidence that shows that those guns that were used in those shootings were obtained through the kinds of purchases that would be prohibited under the law that you think would work. And I don't really get any information like that on those particular points, so that's a little bit problematic. I do like the fact that you try to tie in a Cal Poly student at the end so that we all feel a little bit threatened. There's nice emotional appeal. All right.